Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Good evening to the Wareham Zoning Board of Appeals for tonight's meeting, Wednesday, February 26, 2020. It is 6:30 p.m. and we are at the Multi-Service Center. I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Make a roll call. My far right, Veronica Debonese. Our clerk, Jim Akabachi. My far left, Jake Morrison. Town planner, Ken Buckland. Myself, the chair, Nazi Al-Khalasi. We just have to do some minutes. We have minutes?
You had the December 11th minutes previously.
December 11th, it says here, February 12th is not ready.
February 12th is not ready.
Okay. We did the 11th last time, didn't we?
Did you?
I believe they weren't here, and we tabled it till this time. This is November 13th.
I don't have December 11th in my folder.
December 11th, not November.
Yeah, he don't have it, so maybe we do it next time, possible?
Yeah.
Is it a typo, or do we have November 13th here?
Yeah.
Minutes from November
Jan was
13th.
here. Jan wasn't here the last meeting.
I think we probably are able to vote on the 13th. You need a pen? You got a pen? Highlighter in case.
I have November 13th right here.
Yeah, I have November 13th, too. Even though the agenda says December, I think it could be, a cut and paste error.
All right, so it's November 13th. It has not been approved as yet.
All right, let's do it. Hey, Jim, what do you think? Let's make sure the dates.
I'd like to table it and have a chance to read it while somebody's talking, so I don't have to listen to them.
Okay.
Who don't you want to listen to?
Who don't I ever listen to? Who's talking? I'm choking.
Sunrise Development. Sunrise is here? Who's Sunrise?
Sunrise Development is the,
Dental?
no, they're the solar farm in West Wareham.
Oh, okay. Anyone here from Sunrise? Sunrays?
This is the revised plan set. It uses the base plan of GAF, but the engineer of record has changed to Atlantic Design. I just wanted to note the distinction, the difference between them. There's some small changes, but it's standard construction variation, just so for Sunrays. So we want to note that the plan set is, the engineer of record has changed on this.
Let's
And-
table it. We go through it just quick. At the end, we'll open
Which one
it.
is that?
So
Sunrays, that's the,
Where?
it's the,
behind Barbosa on the hill.
yeah, up on the hill, back behind, on McCarthy.
On the industrial park, yeah.
Yeah,
Off the, yeah, I
McCarthy's
got it. I
Industrial
remember it.
Park.
We got into a big discussion about dirt and how it drains water.
Exactly, bad drainage on that hill.
All right, public hearing, 4-20, Michael Norton, 26 Cross Road, a use variance. Michael? All right. Read it.
Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on February 26, 2020 at 6:30 PM in room 320 of the Wareham Multi-Service Center, 488 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. 02571, to consider petition number 420 for a use variance from the requirements of Article 3 of Section 313 of the Wareham zoning bylaws to Michael Norton, Senior, 26 Cross Road, West Wareham, Mass., seeking to service motor vehicles located at 26 Cross Road, West Wareham, Mass., Assessors Map 93, Lot P1 in the R60 zoning district.
All right, name and address for the record.
Michael Norton, Senior, 26 Cross Road, West Wareham.
Okay, Michael, I have to make you aware, you have the right to be heard with 5 board members. We don't have 5, we only have 4. If you are to be heard, you choose to continue, you need 4 out of 4. Or you could say you want to continue it. We could continue it next time. Right, but I mean, I guess you could keep doing what you're doing until,
Well,
but there's a deadline for it. Unfortunately, nobody wants to volunteer. It's bad for the applicant and bad for the town, but we all volunteers, we don't have enough members, so would you wish to go with 4?
What happens with my time where I'm time
With the
concealed?
with the building inspector? Or do you mean time here if you're on a...
Well, because I have X amount of time to compile, to work with you guys.
Right. We have, I think, from the day you filed 90 or 100 days for variance.
100 days. It's
100 days from your day you
May
filed.
17th.
So we have until May 17. If we don't have a board, it becomes by right, I guess. So if you feel comfortable, we could go forward, whatever you wish.
But if I get denied now, I'm denied forever, correct?
No, you're only denied for 2 years.
Unless he's denied without prejudice.
Right, you could come back and apply.
Under the circumstances, being that we're a board member
You have
short,
a cease and desist, did the building...
I have nothing, I'm just
Okay.
following a new type of criteria.
Yeah. Why don't you continue it? I mean, because...
I would like to, but I just don't want to incriminate myself, you know what I mean?
No, we...
I'd like to know
the
how everybody feels about it, and if I'm doing good, and,
I mean,
if it's gonna work the way it
I
is,
met
you
you
know?
there last time, right?
Yes.
When I went there.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Just let me pass it by the audience. Is there anyone for this particular hearing against or in favor? I hear none. It should not be. Usually, if there's nobody against it, it looks good. So, what you wish? You want to go forward?
Let's go forward.
All right, very well. Okay, so just let us know what you're doing. Explain to us quick, and we go forward.
I have a two-bay garage at the house. It's not attached to the house. Just want to work there with everybody's criteria of the town to be able to do auto repair.
And I'm assuming you've been doing it for a while.
Well, it's a hobby, and we have 5 kids, and it was always, somebody always needed something done to the cars or what have you, so I did it that way. And then where I worked, they closed up, the manager left, and they sold the land and the building, so I had an opportunity to try something at home.
Right.
So
I
then,
I have to say, I did go there last time to drop actually my son. I didn't know he fixed his car there. But he does keep a clean operation, and there's nothing outside. Personally, I saw everything looks fine, contains everything inside, but we'll pass it to the board. Veronica?
I just want to look and review it, but Mike, I've been to your place several times.
like I say, I live there, so I want to keep it as clean as possible. It's because it's where I live, and, respect the neighbors, and, everything I can possibly do, treat it like I would want my neighbors to be treated if they were doing something.
Jimmy?
but you're looking for a permit to do auto repair as a business, not as a hobby.
Right, yeah, it's a business. It's a legal business.
And are you placing any restrictions on yourself, or, I mean, do you want the same auto repair license as Sullivan Tire on Cranberry Highway, for instance, or?
Not that big. I'm gonna be a one-man show, whatever I can feel comfortable doing, nothing, maintenance type stuff, helping the public out,
He's been
neighbors.
doing it for a couple of years. I mean, I've heard about him. I never know by accident. the
I
other
get it,
time.
home occupation and all this other jazz and this, so I get that you're just trying to be legit. My only question is, once you have a license, sometimes things change. So if we were,
You can come by, check out, send Mr. Morrison
No,
by.
I'm not
I
gonna-
don't have a problem with any of that. I'm gonna stay to myself. I'm almost 60 years old, so how many more years do I,
Yeah.
I'm sort of doing it for my
get it.
parents and my wife's parents. If I need to go help them,
No,
I can close the door, go help them, and not have to worry about, a lot of criteria I can do.
I understand.
I
That's
just-
the
I
end of
just
my
wanna do it
questions.
right. The
And
reason
it's a
is-
two-car garage behind your house.
It's right side of it.
Side of it.
Yeah.
I know where Cross Street is.
It's a dirt road. I'm on a dirt road. It's between Old Farron Hill Road and
Oh, it's not where I thought it was. I'm glad. You're on
it's a-
Cross Road, not Cross
That's
Street.
right off
I'm
of
thinking
County.
Onset.
No, no,
That's why I
this is West Wareham, up Adrian's Package Store area.
Yeah. I'm in the whole different.
Oh, good, I'm glad you clarified that, it makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
It changes everything.
Yeah, and it's a dirt road, and the funny thing is, it's not recognized by the town, so I sort of take care of it, you know, because I do use it a lot, so.
Is Cross, I know where Cross Road, okay, I know where you are, okay. And end of my torture.
Well, that's fine, just questions are all, I'll straighten this stuff right out, I don't
Yeah.
have a problem at all.
Thank you. No, you've,
No, I
I'm
could
at
see
ease.
being an onset, yeah, that would be a problem, you know,
At
that'd
ease.
bring up a lot of red flags.
Cross
and-
Street and Onset, you go over by Onset, by
Correct.
Marina, and
Yes, and the funny thing is, after me, there's Cross Road in Rochester, which is the next street over. But
you don't
it's
have to take
Cross
the
Road.
tires
Cross-
off your car to be in your neighbor's yard in Onset.
Right,
you
because
know?
I've got a couple of phone calls, like, I'm over here. I'm looking at the sign, what's
I
going
get
on,
it.
you know?
Thank
So-
you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let me ask you, son. If we are to grant you a use variance, we could condition like no signs or nothing, or whatever you have right now. You don't have a sign now, right?
No, all I have is them collectible things, the metal things, that, no signs. I don't want any signs, word of mouth is the best, you know what I mean? That way they
You
get,
can only do sign 2 square feet if you do, because.
no, that's
okay?
fine.
And we can like do some restriction if you sell the property.
90, I
just
was figuring, what do you use, like a 99-year lease on on the 99 years, and then when the person dies, it goes
No,
away?
no,
Is that
no,
how that works?
We'll put a restriction on the condition and we record it. When you sell it, like
It
the
goes-
other person, he can't do it.
No,
right?
that's fine.
You fine with that?
That's, oh, yeah, definitely. I kind of figured that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's the next
Hopefully we-
person who knows what they're all about, too.
Jake, what do you have for question?
No questions.
All right.
I think the
Anyone in the audience want to speak against or in favor? I hear none. What do you guys want to do?
Make a motion to grant with conditions.
Let's close it first. Let's get a
I
motion.
make a motion to close the hearing to the public.
Okay, I have a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye.
Aye, oppose, abstain, okay.
now I move to grant with conditions, course standard conditions, the condition of no or very limited signage, condition of no employees.
And no employees, yeah,
Yep, not a problem.
no signage. The condition, we're gonna see how,
And what about unlicensed vehicles, the same?
Oh,
We have
registered.
bylaws that prohibit unplated vehicles. You don't have unregistered vehicles here, right?
Maybe I might have a used one from a friend of mine, but I can have,
Fine.
I can have their plate on
Yeah,
it.
that's-
You tell me
that's-
what you want.
Bylaws allow you to have an unlicensed vehicle.
Sure, not a problem.
They prohibit you from having multiple.
Oh, yeah, in other words, I wouldn't have anything for sale using it as a lot of that nature, no, no.
okay,
Do you want to make some findings as well, too, regarding the
Right.
hardship?
you have that use variance, do you have that thing in the bylaw? I'm just gonna go with the findings. Remember that language? For use variance?
Variance is authorized in which the land is located, has some factors regarding soil conditions, lot shape, or topography, creates an impractical condition. A literal enforcement of the bylaw would involve substantial hardship, financial or otherwise. And that relief can be granted without substantial detriment to the public good and without nullifying or substantially derogating from the intent and purpose of the bylaw.
Well, I guess we use this statute, that will work in his case. So you guys okay with that?
Good.
Statutes. And we're gonna try, we'll ask town council how he could draft it in a way that if you sell it, if we can do this, if you sell it, it dies, the permit. I don't know if we could do it, but we'll ask town council, all right?
Sure, whatever. What do you have to do?
So
Sure.
are we gonna continue this to?
No,
Nope.
we just, we'll, I mean, we'll grant it and have town council, if we could put the condition, we can, if we can't, we can't. All right, do you have motion?
I make a
Yeah.
motion to grant
Do I have a
standard
second?
conditions
Second.
and conditions pre-discussed.
All right, second by Jake, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye. Oppose, abstain. Carries, thank you.
That's it?
Good, yeah, you just gotta wait, like, few weeks,
21 days
21 days.
21, okay.
after it's filed with the town clerk.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Can you?
Yep.
Thanks for
Good
asking the
luck.
questions, too, straighten
Yep.
things out.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Ask town council how we could put that description.
Yeah, sure, you want to sign?
You done with this?
Yeah. I just wanna look at this for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your packet.
Hey, Jimmy. Uh, oh. So it's at council U 3067, Cranberry Highway. I guess,
We're gonna need to postpone it.
yeah. You wanna come forward? It is continued, we just,
Yeah, it was continued to today for me to be present.
all right, so let's do just, we're gonna do a quick jump to 49-19, 3067 Cranberry Highway. And this public hearing's been open and continued today, and I guess you're gonna choose not to to go forward because I
We
can't.
can't go forward without the board.
So what are we gonna do?
Continue it to April 8th will be the next Wednesday that I'm here.
April 8th.
And
Okay, do I have can I have a motion to continue 49-19?
So moved.
Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Second by Jake. All in favor to continue it until April 8th, say aye.
All right.
Aye, oppose, abstain. Thank you.
thank you.
Is there anyone here from all these hearings don't want to go with 4 members, so we let you go early?
This poor guy.
Request withdrawal of our variance without prejudice.
Signorama.
The third one under continued.
Okay,
I'm the one that continued last time, but I've actually, we sorted it out with the town and we're going to withdraw without.
what, you gonna file again with different plan?
It was determined that we are actually allowed to sign at the square footage allowed based on the location, and it's with the inspector right now.
Oh, okay, he's okay with that?
Yes, they just
Okay,
told me to
very
come
good.
down and request that I
Even
withdraw the
better.
variance.
So you guys good?
So withdrawing.
So let's, very good. So 47-19, Sinorama Worcester, 45 Sandwich Road. So your name for the record?
Mike Wood, Sonorama.
Mike Woodson, and you request withdrawal without prejudice.
We were told, I was told to be here
Yeah.
to withdraw.
Okay. Do I have a
It's
motion?
withdrawn.
Thank
So moved.
Appreciate it.
Do I have a second? Thanks.
Second.
Second by Jake. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye, oppose, abstain. Okay, anyone else don't wanna go with 4 members? Okay, so we go to 520 Edmund Wise Jr., 67 Mayflower Lane.
You want to finish signing the,
Yeah. The one that was signed, I don't know where it went. Oh, it's over
It's
here.
right here.
I just put something back.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, sir?
Just give us a minute to get some,
Let's do this.
shuffle some
Put this
paper.
away before we-
Okay.
okay,
Crossroad.
this is Crossroad.
Does Jake need to sign this?
Yes, I need to sign it still.
And we gotta put that language here as much as we can.
Yeah, we'll write it in. The zoning board of appeals will hold a public hearing on February 26, 2020 at 6:30 PM in room 320 of the multi-service center in 48 Marion Road, Wareham, to consider petition number 5-20 for a special permit and/or variance from the requirements of Article 3, Table 330 of the Wareham zoning bylaws to Edmund Wise Jr. of 67 Mayflower Lane, East Wareham, Mass., proposing an accessory apartment at 67 Mayflower Lane, East Wareham, Mass., Assessors Map 118, Lot 505B in the R130 zoning district.
Your name and address for record?
My name is Edmund Wise Jr., and I live at 67 Mayflower Lane in East Wareham, Mass.
Okay. And what are you doing, an accessory apartment?
Yes, it's a garage and 2 rooms above with a bath.
Is it connected to the
It's
house?
connected to the house, yes. It's-
Is gonna be accessed from inside the house?
Yes.
Like for an in-law or something you doing?
It's, yes, my mother-in-law.
All right, so she's gonna access from the house to it?
Yes, that's right. We're going to share a kitchen, and the living space is going to be mutually shared as well.
And there's a door between her apartment and your house?
Yes, sir.
You don't need a permit. Isn't that allowed to use by right? We went through this on Jordan Road, remember, 9 Jordan Road? They came with the lawyer.
I remember.
What's the zoning there, MR 30?
130.
Yep, it's 130.
This is an R130 zoning district.
Yeah, the other one was R 130, it was Charlestown Road, off of Charlestown.
But, see, they're calling it an accessory apartment. It's being denied as an accessory apartment, but he's not putting in a second kitchen, am I correct?
No, there's going to be a counter space, but there's no stove.
You can though. If
I know
it-
you can have 2 kitchens in one house. I think the big key is that you can walk from inside to inside.
Yeah.
It's not if you can't go from inside, if you gotta go outside to get to the other unit, it's 2 units.
No,
This is an ongoing conundrum between the board and the world.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Accessory use.
we're kinda relax a little bit.
Okay.
We just gotta make it as easy as possible, because
Accessory apartment. It's allowed in the CG zoning district. It's not allowed in that. So if it's called an accessory apartment, it's not allowed in the R130 zoning
But
district.
it's not an apartment.
when, exactly.
He's being denied an accessory apartment, but he's not asking for an apartment.
You have to make that finding,
Well,
because the accessory apartment is,
Do you recall last year, 9 Jordan Road? And they brought the lawyer, and then Dave Requena was the commissioner, he said, you don't need it if you could access from inside, so it doesn't have its own entrance and
Entrance.
egress and everything.
it's not the kitchen as much as the.
Exactly.
so maybe that's under the definition of an accessory apartment.
Right.
An accessory apartment is a second dwelling unit located within or attached to a structure originally designed, constructed, and occupied as a detached, single-family dwelling unit in a manner that maintains the appearance of the structure as a detached, single-family home.
Right, he's not detached.
Well, it's the single-family home itself.
All right, well, let's continue with the permit. All right, so you okay with 4 members?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's deal with it like this, and we'll go from there. Let me see what he said. Veronica, what do you have questions?
So you're gonna have a counter, so what's the counter for?
The counter so that, well, this isn't going to be in a room that's going to have a TV, and we can make popcorn, and we're going to have like a microwave thing in there. And we want to be able to just have the dishes there, so you don't have to walk all the way to the kitchen and walk all the way back. It's really just that simple. If you want to have snacks, that kind of thing. That's really all it was meant to be for.
Like if you had a bar and a playroom.
Well, yeah, that could be the case too. The room, there's another room in the house that we're currently using with a pool table. You know, I mean, the truth is, we might decide to change that setup, but it's going to be a family use room. That's what it's going to be. You know, whether it's going to be the actual TV room or room with the pool table, that we might change that decision, but it's going to be the same kind of use, a family room,
Do you have private sewer or public
public sewer.
sewer?
No, it's private, but
Private sewer, I'm sorry, private sewer.
And you keep talking about a pool table and all this stuff, but this is for a person. Where's this person gonna sleep?
No, like I said, we're sharing the space, and there's the bedroom, okay?
Okay.
And, yeah, so there's the 2 rooms, there's the bedroom.
So she's gonna have a bedroom and everybody's gonna play in her living room,
Well,
sort of.
there's a door, yes,
Yeah, I mean, no, she can go in her bedroom and
Yes.
I get it. I
Right.
get it, but
yeah.
it sure does sound like just you're making an addition to a single-family home to me, not adding an apartment.
I put another bathroom because we only have 1 shower in the whole house, so I wanted to have 2 showers.
So these plans, that's the first floor to show and kitchen and stuff, that's your house, right?
That's the main part of the house.
It's existing.
That's the existing house, and then we're putting the addition on,
Yeah.
right? And the garage, and then what you're calling the accessory apartment above it. But there's a half flight of stairs that goes down in the door into the kitchen area, and we share the dining area as well. And then, you know, obviously, the whole house is to be used by everybody who lives in it.
All right, I think we should, I don't know why you call it an accessory apartment, it's not, it's just an addition. So
when I
I
have-
think
when
the
I-
best thing we do, we overturn so we don't go in a permitting process, he's just adding a bedroom and a bathroom. A bedroom, he's gonna have to deal with the Board of Health, and he could add a bathroom.
Yeah, the septic systems, that doesn't have
It's
anything to do
not a
with zoning.
problem. So what we gotta do, I suggest, is there anyone in the audience who want to speak in favor or against this project? There's none. I think the best thing we do, we'll overturn the commissioner decision, so you could get a permit. You just gotta explain it to him in lengths, you're not doing, it's an addition, you're not doing an apartment. I
Stop
mean, you
calling
call
it an
it,
apartment.
don't call it accessory.
I didn't, they did, we actually got the permit originally, we went through this process.
Yeah.
They gave us the permit, the whole structure is up, and they stopped the build when they came in, and we had changed a door or two, like by a few feet, I think, and they decided that they didn't believe what we were saying about the apartment, and that's when they stopped the build about a month and a half ago.
What'd you do to the door?
Well, we originally were gonna have it coming up from the garage going into the house, but then we decided to just move it over a few feet because of the way it was sitting in our kitchen, it didn't look right. And we forgot to change it on the plans, and that,
So that triggered an extra visit and more scrutiny
yes, sir.
and, oh my gosh, you did something without telling me, you must be up to something.
Correct.
So, okay, what you guys wish?
I'd like
I
to
mean,
s-
do you guys agree we should overturn it?
I do. I get how it happened. I don't,
I mean, I could see if he's doing his own entrance and the kitchen, all this, I mean, these are the plans, right? Just a studio, a bathroom and storage.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jake, you have anything? Yeah, Ken, you want to say something?
No.
I have a question about the letter from Dave Morris.
Yeah,
It says that he's, the upstairs art studio is being converted to a bedroom. And because of that,
yeah.
he's calling it an accessory apartment. I would just like to understand what an accessory apartment, what's the definition of that?
Accessory
Well, that's
apartment,
what I read, is a second dwelling unit within or attached to a structure,
And dwelling unit being,
making a,
a single-family
I
home.
would think, a single-family home would be a dwelling unit.
Yeah,
So a dwelling,
if you add, he means add in second dwelling, that's mean you have its own entrance, its own
Separate
own
entrance,
emergency egress, it's got its own kitchen. That's what he means, but in this case, it's not. I mean, I hate to grant this gentleman an apartment where he doesn't need it, right? It's just more burden on the town. And actually, leave it the way it is way better. Agree? Yes? No?
I'm just reading the letter, and upon receiving information that the upstairs art studio is being converted to a one-bedroom, I must deny your proposal. What's the proposal? Did you go make a proposal?
No proposal, sir. We already had the building permit. We already had the structure up. We were getting
Were
ready.
you issued a cease and desist?
Yes, cease and desist.
And so you're here because you were issued a cease and desist?
Yes, sir.
Did you have the original permit here to know what that permit was for? What was the permit actually given for?
This is the building
'Cause-
commissioner's department.
Well,
Yeah.
dwelling unit means a structure or the part of a structure that is used as a home, residence, or sleeping place by one person who maintains a household, or by two or more persons who maintain a common household.
Right, but there's
Doesn't
no
really clear
sense
things
of
up.
it. I'm just gonna, I think we should move forward to overturn
I agree.
the thing. It don't make sense. The commissioner letter. I mean, the guy's not creating an apartment, put an addition. He could add 10 bedrooms. As long as Board of Health agrees, who cares? That's his house.
Oh,
He could-
really?
Yeah, if the Board of Health say you have enough septic, you
So-
could put 20 bedrooms.
Well, that's why I asked the question of the septic.
That's the Board of Health jurisdiction, not ours. We don't decide for them.
Okay, if that's
All
the
right.
case.
Okay, so let's make a motion to close.
So moved?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye, oppose, abstain. So what's the motion, Jim?
I move, I don't think we need to grant anything. I think we may.
We'll
we need to
overturn the-
Overturn his decision,
Yes,
that it's not an accessory apartment, it's an addition, and that the original building permit should prevail and continue.
correct. Do I have a second?
Second that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Oppose, abstain. Who'd you take to Mr. Dave Morse?
Yes.
I'll call him tomorrow, discuss it too with him. I think he probably misunderstood or something.
Okay.
But I think you're all set now, but I'll discuss it with him tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
You're very
Does he
welcome.
need any official okey dokey or,
Yes, he does.
sign
You
it,
need to
right.
sign this thing that says that you're overturning the decision of the building
so
commissioner.
that nobody's gonna go by and say he's continuing with his project in defiance of the,
David did allow the builder, he felt that this was going to work out, but he thought I was going to have to get the special variance, so he did allow my builder to continue working with the understanding that I had to come here tonight. I'm finding this whole process very confusing, to be honest with you. But,
Sometimes it is confusing, you're right. But I will talk to him tomorrow, we'll discuss it, okay?
Great, I
But I think
appreciate
you should be also.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're good, you don't need nothing from us. Thank you. Yeah, let me talk to him tomorrow, let me keep it with me.
is this, and we still need Jake. If he comes in here wearing khaki pants and a red polo shirt, I'm gonna,
You're making more money in State Farm commercials then.
All right, so I guess the last one, 3-20 Lucky Goat Brewery.
Lucky Goat withdrew, didn't withdraw, they asked to continue.
Right, 379 Main Street.
They did, actually.
Yeah. Okay, public hearing still open? Wanna have, what's that? Have a seat.
Sure.
Are you Lucky Goat?
We are Lucky Goat.
And you're here?
We are.
We need your name and address for the record.
Aaron Perry, 2269 Cranberry Highway, West Wareham.
Caleb Hurd, 2269 Cranberry Highway.
Okay, so the public hearing's still open.
We do have a letter from your architect
Oh.
stating
okay.
that he's asked to continue because he wants to answer our questions.
Oh, he told us that it was on.
Okay, so,
We were wondering where he was.
So where he wants to go?
We got signed off on fire, water, and sewer just wants a couple more.
we're still in,
Right,
bit
but
more info.
You guys gotta bring it here, like to us. for the
Right.
hearing.
we still have the question of whether the building is a used car lot and brewery, or if it's a brewery and not a used car lot, or if it's a
We
car lot
got a
and
letter
not
from our
brewery.
landlord as well.
Right.
He actually sent it to the zoning board, I believe, a couple
Yeah.
days ago.
So what is it?
And he separated it between his side is the used car lot, our side is the brewery.
Okay, let me,
So
before
we have our parking
before we
spaces.
go for, you wanna continue with the hearing tonight, or you wanna continue, or you wanna discuss
I
it a
think
little
there's
bit?
a severe miscommunication between our architect and our party, so I think we need to
No,
postpone.
no, what I'm saying, you wanna keep discussing it
Yeah,
Yeah,
tonight?
we can still discuss
Okay,
it, sure.
all right, very well. So the question Jim was making, the building, you can't just say, oh, we decided to use next door. He has a permit in place with the planning board for that building used
Right.
for a dealer. So I understand what you're saying, but you
Yep.
need to have the planning board release it, or you have to address it with the town planner in the office or the commissioner. Do you understand?
Yes.
So what exactly do we need?
We'll need a modification in the site plan that shows what parking spaces you're using and what
Okay.
area of the lot the used car dealership is going to be on.
So he has to basically do a new site plan?
Something similar,
Or-
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
The plan that was presented to us
Yeah,
Right.
provided 0 parking spaces for your
sure.
business.
Yeah, it showed all the parking spaces for the
Right.
So,
used car lot.
exactly, so that's a problem.
Okay.
Right. Right.
I mean, we don't care if they come there and get drunk and walk home.
But we care.
And like I
It's better
said,
if they
there's a
walk.
there's a permit issued for this building.
Right.
And the plans you brought has car displays in front, everything, so we cannot run two businesses in the same building, and they contradict each other.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Understand? So
understandable.
if, let's say it was a restaurant, you're adding room, maybe somehow you could mix it, but not car sales. So it's gotta be addressed.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
It's gotta
your
be clearly
engineer,
defined. We
architect,
understand.
civil, they have to address it.
yeah,
Your general contractor, you have to address this matter.
right.
You know, and plus, we need, like I said, like water, sewer.
Water, sewer,
As long as they
fire.
say good, we have
Yeah.
no problem, you know? I
That
mean,
seems like it's not a big deal,
just
but,
to make sure, because it's something new for us, we
Yeah.
never, have granted a permit our board before.
yeah.
So we just gotta make sure you have enough water and
No.
sewer, that's all.
I've been seeing quite a bit of activity in the building next door owned under the same
Yeah,
ownership.
they've been working on it quite a bit.
Right.
Maybe they're gonna reapply. You know what happens to the word assume? You know, if we
Yeah.
assume, we cut it up and everything. So, you know, I am making some assumptions here, but they're not official, so
Yeah.
that's what we kind of,
Yeah, their plan shifted to make that building their office instead. But,
but they'll still need the plan, see, that's our chair's point, they'll still need the planning board to sign off on that and agree that that's permitted or allowed or whatever.
yep,
Or they gonna have to void that dealer permit, or that car license,
yep.
you know? You know what I'm saying? Something gotta happen, we can't just keep it like that.
Okay.
All right, so your engineer will know what to do. Is anyone here for this matter?
Just supporters.
They with you? They wanna speak or no? Do you wanna speak in favor or against? Nothing?
We're in favor of their business,
Yes, thank you. All right, so when do you wanna come back?
Can we do it at the next session?
Yeah,
We should be able to get it together.
That would be March.
March 11.
Okay.
Okay, but.
unlock your iPhone for.
March 11. Okay, but you need to follow up with it.
Yeah.
You can't just come back here with the same plans and everything. You have to have answers, okay?
all
Just
right.
let your architect know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully he'll let us know.
Yeah. All right, so, can we have a motion to continue 3-20 till March 11?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, oppose, abstain. So we see you on March 11.
Thank you for your time.
Thank
Thanks a
you
lot.
very much. Just make sure you have all your
Yeah.
ducks in a row so it goes faster, okay? Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Is that it for everybody on the
Are you-
list?
Nothing, I was just observing.
Okay.
Did you want to
become a
join?
member?
You want, oh yeah, do you want to become a member? We need members.
I don't know, I need to talk to Lon about that. Probably not.
You want need to talk to who about that?
Talk to Lon about that.
Lenny Bello?
Yeah, I'm working out of his office. I'm gonna-
Okay. I thought I saw you
Yeah,
somewhere.
we did the closing together now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, can, that's good, there you go.
Well, if you talk to Len about it, you won't be on the board.
Yeah.
Not that I can predict what he'll tell you,
All
but,
right, well, on TV, we need members, hello.
yeah.
You can always ask.
We
Yeah,
always
yeah, no,
ask.
no, I'm agreeing that we
We
need,
had 7 members, all of a sudden we're down to 4. So if everybody's watching, you can volunteer. We know
We,
everybody come and complain, don't want, but you gotta volunteer and show up if you wanna voice your opinion.
we had some lingering business from early in the evening on the minutes. I've reviewed them and I find them acceptable as presented.
That was continued to.
All right, do I have a second on these minutes? Which mo?
It was November 13th. I can make a motion to accept as presented.
Second.
Second by
Second by
Veronica, all in
Veronica.
favor, say aye.
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 Okay. Jake, you
Oppose,
okay with the
abstain.
minutes? Yes. Okay, we're good.
I think you should abstain, you didn't read them. 310. 301, sorry, on the minutes, so it passed.
He's trusting us.
Okay, let's put this
You know,
back.
in Animal House, that was the famous line.
Listen, can you talk tomorrow to me?
Face it, founder, you screwed up. I think they used a different word other than screwed.
I don't think this guy.
And how did I screw up? You trusted us.
So I have a question
Okay,
about projects that cease and desist.
about which one?
Projects that have ceased and desist or that are stopped or told that they need to, change their progress from having a building permit like the one that was here before us from Mayflower Ave. I think that we should have whatever current permits were given so that we can have a clear understanding of the reason for the cease and desist, other than he went from a studio to a one-bedroom. So we
Yeah,
don't
but
even really
some-
know what his permit was and why the commissioner is changing direction all of a sudden. And I think we just make a
See,
decision
sometimes
without
cease
really.
and desist also for building code has nothing to do with us, not zoning. So if you don't make enough white stairs or enough white window.
I think I
Well-
can ask the building commissioner to show up to the hearings where the action has been taken, and you may have a question.
I think that, I would feel comfortable with that, more comfortable than making a decision without knowing all the facts, because that's how I feel like,
Yeah, I
it didn't seem
understand what
right,
you're
like,
saying.
it felt like something that we didn't,
Blind poker.
right.
A little bit.
I feel like either we should have a permit or somebody from the town that made that decision should be here to tell us why.
We haven't had the building commissioner come recently, have we?
The new guy
I've
hasn't been
never
here
seen
yet.
him.
Dave used to come all the time.
Right.
To answer our questions.
Who doesn't have,
Sorry.
Jake has his mic on, he's just
John.
speaking very quietly.
Yeah, we used to have the building commissioner come all the time, and he would be able to answer questions like that right next to him, but that
Right.
the new guy hasn't come yet.
Right, so I'll ask him about coming and showing up.
I don't know if he.
If
he has
there's
to.
a
If there's
reason
an
for,
action.
Yeah.
that you have needed questions.
that
or
would have been
answers.
nice to have him here tonight for sure.
Because this is a little confusing.
Bob is officially off the board. He thought he told Ken.
So we're definitely 4 people.
We're
now.
definitely a four-member
Our four.
board.
No members?
You're here every,
I can't, I'm a selectman. I don't think, can I?
Yeah, sure you can. You can serve on multiple boards. I can read his response.
You wanna come forward? He wants you to.
I'm coming, Bob. Don't yell.
He always yell at you, doesn't he?
He does, always.
So earlier this evening, when it was apparent that we were going to be sitting here with 4 members out of 7, and now we find out it's really only 4 out of 4. But I texted, "Are you done with ZBA?" to Bob Haskell. And he responded to me, and he said that he had to back away for a while due to work with the fire academy. And he goes on, and he thought that he had come in and informed Ken and that we were all, but, you know,
As an associate member.
regardless, I don't think he
I
didn't,
don't know if he's resigned. I think didn't he ask if it would be okay for him until the end of this semester? Because he teaches on Mondays and Wednesdays.
He can. It's not like people standing in line, of course.
So,
That was my opinion of what he had told me, was that it was a temporary situation.
unless he really should send something official in writing himself into the town clerk or something. saying he's gonna resign if that's the case. So then you know it's official, and reach out as a chairman or the clerk, I hope.
Do you know
No,
about
I have a
Walter? What's
suggestion.
Walter?
Walter is, his company, he's a project manager of a company, of a project that's happening out of state, and I know he's leaving very soon, and he'll be away all the time on that, so I highly
Bottom
doubt he'll
line,
be
I
here.
mean, we're not gonna, if he stays, Mr. Haskell, it's better.
Oh, no, I
But we need
understand.
somebody right
There was
away.
another
well-
individual who's applied but has yet to show up, correct?
Correct.
I
Mr.
think it would
Morrow,
be-
yeah.
I think it would be nice to see a person, and I read your emails, and I made the same statement when they went to appoint. I said, look, but he hasn't shown up to any ZBA meetings and didn't come to our meeting.
So how are you gonna appoint him
I-
if he doesn't show up?
I said I couldn't, and so we decided not to take a vote, and I believe he contacted you and said,
He didn't
he-
contact me.
No, I guess he
Contact-
sent an email to us, said he would be coming to the meeting, so until they do show up and you get to see him and you can see how the board operates, I mean, he has a great background.
I understand, and there's a lot of great people. Walter was great, so was Robert, everybody, Jan, but, and
Well,
they
she's-
all great
she's-
people, but we need somebody like to
She's
come in.
officially resigned?
That's it.
Yes,
She
yeah.
did.
She has. So, yeah, we need people to step up.
I have a
I'll try to
suggestion.
remember at the selectmen's meeting to announce it.
Yeah.
Can we reach out to, because really, we should have architectural people on this board by the state law of Massachusetts. This board should have
Good luck.
qualified people, but I'm wondering if we can reach out to, I don't know how many firms are in the area. I mean, a person would have to be also residing in Wareham, correct, to be on the
No.
board?
That's correct.
Correct.
Yeah, he
That's
has to
where
live
I'm
in
resident.
Wareham, right, right.
So, I mean, can we reach
You
out
talk
to,
to people you know, which is fine.
We always talk to
You do-
people,
I mean-
but nobody wants.
I mean, what
Yeah,
about Billy? Doesn't have
right.
anybody in that office that wants to,
I probably know a few people.
why isn't Bill
Passing
here?
by you guys.
Who's Bill?
Gaff.
Oh, no,
Bill
he's,
Madden.
he, don't- he, that's, you gotta commit,
The
you
problem
gotta
is-
come every 2 weeks.
I
He
know.
doesn't wanna do it.
So we'll look for people. You'll look for people. I mean, everybody knows people. Talk to them. Maybe the newspapers will put something in there that they need.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be nice if she could put in the paper. Yeah, we're looking for people, please. I mean, like I said before, everybody, when there's a permit or something, come here, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that, but you
You
should
have two
engage.
associates, but right now, neither one of them can be here, correct? So that's why you're down to 4 full-time, and you had 1 resign from full-time.
One resign, I don't think Walter's coming back, so he's basically resigned, and Rob is here, so we definitely for the next month for people, at least.
You need,
Is there,
So
Do
it's a
I-
problem.
do our bylaws,
I would agree.
Allow like
do our
another,
town bylaws prohibit us from having an 8th member?
or having
It's only
temporary,
7, yes.
It's a 7-member board.
or having temporary presence of another board?
No.
No?
You can't be in 2 boards.
Okay.
That I don't know.
You could be in a committee and a board. I don't think you could be on the zoning and planning.
I don't know about that.
So we could talk with Attorney
Town council,
Bowen.
yeah. And see if our local
Even
bylaws
temporarily,
or
just
state law
interim.
prohibit.
Prohibit it.
I don't think state law prohibits, but local bylaw may.
I know
Some
for-
boards, like Finance Committee, you can't be on any other committee.
Yeah, but it has to do with money.
Right. But, so, we'll talk with our town attorney. I mean,
But I'm 99% sure I can be on zoning and planning, and zoning and commission, Concom. I could be in like, cemetery committee, but not on another board. I'm 99%, but
it's all
I
right.
could be
We'll-
wrong.
You could be right, and we'll check on it just to find out. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but either
I don't
way,
know if you want anybody.
but I don't know from other
up and
boards, they
down
are,
and say, yeah, I want to get on the zoning board. and-
right, I mean, as it is, they given up their time and they volunteering. You ask them to do more, then it's crazy.
No, I
I
understand.
was just thinking temporarily till we get, like an
Temporarily, you
interim
have-
basis, if you can,
I don't think you could do it. I mean, somebody's gonna check.
We'll
And
check
we'll
on
check
if
too.
they can, and anybody can,
And at the same time,
can apply to become a member, and they don't have to say, well, I'm gonna get done in July, but it could be an understanding of such. I mean, you need to have someone in that seat.
Yeah.
So you can have 5 members on a regular basis, so people be entitled to having 5 members. And so, because you need what, 4?
4 out of 5.
Yeah, and that gives them at least a little bit of a leeway.
Well, like I said, the problem is that they have the right to say, we don't wanna go forward, then they get a constructive grant. Come in the date, the constructive be
Especially if
granted.
Someone, either you have to sign a form saying, you know, you could continue on it, but if you feel you need to recuse yourself, anybody, then you're all of a sudden, bang, constructive, right?
Right, well, yeah, if it passed the deadline.
Want that.
We don't, I mean, nobody wants, but, I mean, we can only do so much. I mean, I'm always trying to ask friends, everybody, Jimmy is, Veronica is, I'm sure Jake asked him, but ask again, maybe somebody will come along.
I ask people to go on committees.
You know
and
somebody, Jake?
they'd like-
Oh, a few guys call up tomorrow.
Call, yeah. All right,
Get a lot of plate, I'll think about it, but no,
all right, very good.
Yep.
Thank you, Winston, thank you. Let's go back to these plans.
any other business to discuss?
A quick question, yes. Why is Sinorama left? What happened?
They withdrew because they found that with the modification, they met the zoning bylaw.
Because it's commercial now? What modification?
I'm not sure. I'd have to ask and
So
find.
they'll be able to do that sign?
Yeah, they'll be able
Oh,
to do the
good.
sign.
So that's good. They could, so, hey, everybody's happy.
They studied the bylaws and they decided that it was either because we granted the,
Or because they had a sign before, the big one. Maybe they just,
Could
whatever
be.
reason they came up with they came to the decision to say,
if
okay.
David's okay with it, I don't, okay,
Exactly.
fine. David's okay with it?
Yeah.
He must be, so we're good. If he's okay, we're good, make our life easier. All right, so this is the brewery.
So are we
La-
done?
Last was
Yeah, we gotta
the,
talk about this plan, so let's fill us back in
Oh,
with this.
that's official business though,
So
right?
what's that?
Yeah.
this is Sunray's
The solar,
solar farm. And what the original site plan was provided by GAF.
right.
The engineer of record is now Atlantic Design.
Oh, they took over.
They took over the plans. They've used the GAF base
Yes.
and made some small
So
modifications.
what they want us to do, modify the plan?
What I want you to do is to recognize that Atlantic Design Engineers is now the engineer of
Plan of
record.
record. Okay,
And these are
but
the
the
plan of
question,
record.
did they change anything?
They changed some small things.
How do we know if it's small, if it's small?
Clearings?
Well, I'll point them out to you.
I don't think we should vote on this.
The entrance, the poles, as you probably remember, a connection for a solar farm to the grid requires above-ground poles.
Correct.
The poles originally were proposed on the south side of the entrance drive. The poles have been changed so that they extend across, so that the line extends across the drive instead.
Right, but what they crossing over some private property there? Who they crossing over?
They're crossing over more land of the
Same owner?
McCarthy's.
So
Right, but they need, I think they need the easement to themselves. Let me say something. If, I think this, they have a 53G account, right?
Yeah,
In this matter, it's not like they come and, before I say, oh, minor changes, we wanna like eliminate this corner of landscape and moving poles and stuff. I think let Charlie look at it. And if he's okay with it, we'll make a motion next time that they are the engineer of record, and we'll make a motion to whatever Charlie says. Charlie might say, that's not, you can't do this. I mean, it could be very simple, and at least he could point to us what changed. I mean, if we, this is a lot of plans to digest right now. If Charlie goes through it, how do we know they only changed this? We don't know, we're not doubting him, but we're just saying, have him check it out,
We
and
never approved the plan to begin with, correct?
Yes, you did.
we approved
did.
GAF.
You referenced the GAF plan as the plan of record
Okay.
for the approval.
Okay.
If they took that records, printed it the same exact, I have no problem saying personally that they are the engineer of record now, but if they did changes,
We need to know what they
that's a
are.
lot of plan to it for us to digest. So Charlie should look, and that's what they have 53G.
Why are the poles above ground?
They have
For solar, they need to.
National Grid requires it for
The
whatever
connection
reason.
has to be above ground,
Oh, the connection.
just to connect between
It's
the
just a
panels.
connection, it can be underground up to the place
So-
where the connection is made, but
When
for
you
some
need
reason,
the-
National Grid wants them above ground.
Right, because it's 20,000 volt. Like when you get really to connect to the grid, they want it above ground.
Oh.
But anyway, so, does that make sense?
Sure.
Jake? Yes. It makes sense, have Charlie look at it? I mean, because, like I said, don't you agree, Jimmy?
Where's that, the industrial park? Oh, I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you.
This
I
is-
think
you
this
know
is a
what-
lot. They could make changes we wouldn't even know.
Exactly, you know where Joe Barboza?
Yeah.
Behind it, you go up that hill, that solar park.
Barbosa's in West Wareham.
Yeah,
That's where we're,
where the storage, there's a industrial park next to them, you go up the hill.
There is?
Yeah, those big buildings, and it's like really next to the highway.
there's self-storage down at the bottom.
Sure, the aerial.
There's Barbosa's thing right there by Great Hill. Then between
Were you born
Barbosa.
and raised here?
No, Barbosa's is also off of County Road, not County
that's
Road.
Thinking about his
Main
brother, you're
Street.
thinking of the brother, yeah.
That's
Oh,
Stormy.
okay.
28, there's two brothers, they were all both on County Road, side by side. One of them's over on Cranberry Highway now,
Oh,
across from
okay, and that's where
SAB.
this is?
Yes.
All right, so let's make a motion for 38-18 Sunrise Development, 2382 Cranberry Highway. I guess the motion is gonna be that they have to get a clean bill of health from Charlie.
I make a motion that we send their plans to Charlie and,
Yes.
and we'll respond to his letter.
Okay,
And they can come back at that time.
and then we could approve him as engineer of record. Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, oppose, abstain. Okay, very good. So I guess they're gonna have to go there. I'll talk, all right, let's make a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, oppose, abstain. Thank you, Bob.